Hi there, it's Danielle from Tinybeegle and Made in Ashford, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make these brilliant paper beads. So believe it or not, these are just made out of old magazines and PVA glue, and they're brilliant. So I'm going to show you either how to make a bracelet, you can make a necklace, or how to make one of these hangy tassels to hang on your wall, in your window, from anywhere. I wanted to do this because I was trying to think of things that you could make that don't require, you know, that's made from things that you already have around your house. And literally all that is, as I say, is magazines cut up. So it's super simple. So if you have any old magazines that people aren't using anymore, I've got loads of like free magazines I've picked up from the supermarket and stuff that I use for this sort of thing, so nothing gets wasted. So what you're going to need, as I say, is some magazines. So the brighter colours the better, and it's best if the colour goes right to the edge. If it doesn't, like on this one, there's some really nice colourful bits, you can just chop the white off. Okay, so you need the magazines, you need some, I've used elastic for my bracelet, but you can use string, you can use wool. Okay, and then you need craft glue or PVA, and scissors. And we're also going to keep everything tidy, I use a bit of plastic that's just like a wrapper from a record actually, but you can use any bit of plastic, or if you've got plastic tablecloth that doesn't matter if it gets dirty and can be wiped down, that's fine, because we're going to get messy. And then we're going to need a bit of baking paper, and you'll see what that's for in a bit. So get one of our pieces of paper first, and we just want to cut lots of long thin triangles. So I'll cut that edge off first, and we want to make it so they're about a centimetre and a bit. That's probably about 2 centimetres actually, and you cut it all the way down, so it's got to have a point at one end. Oops. And you just want to cut as many of these as you can, and it gets addictive, this. You can do one magazine page at a time, or you can get all your bits ready. So that's enough just to show you to start with. So now the other thing you're going to need is a stick. So you can use bamboo stick if you've got a skewer from if you've had a barbecue recently, or if you've got even a lollipop stick or a cocktail stick. I've got these flags that I haven't got any barbecue skewers or anything, so these are flags that we picked up from a race in Belgium last year, and they're perfect for doing it. You can see it's got all gluey already from me making these. So first thing we're going to do is get a bit of our paper, and we're going to glue it on the reverse side of the colourful side. So you want that side's the side we want to be shown. So on this side, don't start at the very end, you want to start a little bit down and just cover it in glue. Turn it around, just get a little bit of the bottom as well. Then get your stick and your piece of paper, and you're going to wrap it around, but you want to be not too tight, because you want to be able to pull this off at the end. And then you just twist it round and round, keep checking that it's going to move off nicely. Try and keep your point going in the middle. Oops. Go. And put a little bit more glue, and just stick it down. So that's your bead, and you just want to give it a nice coat, a little extra coat of glue for protection. So this glue that I've got here has actually got glitter in it, so it gives it a really nice twinkle. You can put glitter if you have any in your own, or you don't. It's not essential, you don't need the glitter. Okay, it just looks nice and sparkly. And then now you need your bit of baking paper, and you're going to put that on there just for it to dry. Okay, so we'll do another one. So from a little bit down all the way to the end, turn it over, just do a little bit at that end, get your stick, and wrap, and make sure, like I say, don't have it too tight because you want to be able to get it off, but not too loose because you want a nice little even hole running all the way through the middle of it. Okay. Try and keep that bit in the centre. Coat of glue. And pop it on your baking tray. So that's it. That's how you make the beads. So make as many or as few as you like. Leave them somewhere to dry. They shouldn't take very long to dry. And when you're done, you should have lots of lovely beads like this. And you can see where some paper's got all different patterns, pictures on it. So it's shown all different colours all the way across it. It's really pretty. There are some that I've used that are just all one colour. They look nice too. And again, it doesn't really matter if they're all different sizes, and you don't have to be brilliantly neat because they all look great when they're finished. So if you want to make a bracelet, I've got some elastic that I use. It's just like hairband elastic, but you can use string. If you're going to use string, make it a little bit wider so you know you can get it on and off your wrist. But if not, if you're using elastic, just string up as many as you can. This could even be used as a hair bubble. So imagine that bit's elastic's longer. So for this, for my one on my wrist, I used, you kind of measure it against your wrist, see how long your wrist is without it being stretched, and say you need about that much, a little bit longer for tying. So for my wrist I use about that much, but it depends how wide your wrist is. So this will do for a little toddler wrist, I suppose, or a hair bubble. So tie it in a knot. Really tight. Pull it so you get as small a little knot bubble as possible. Ping off your ends, and then you can kind of tuck that ball in a bit. And there you go. You can use that as a hair bubble, or a wrist for a teeny tiny wrist, bracelet even. Right, now I'll show you how to make these. So this, we're going to make a tassel. So you need your wool, and you need a piece of card. So it's just a piece of cardboard, and that's about 15 centimetres, and you're going to wrap your wool around it. So I wrap these about 40 times, I'd say. So put your wool at the bottom of the card and keep wrapping, and you just keep going and going and going. Quite chunky we want this, and again, don't do it too tight, otherwise you'll struggle getting it off of the bit of card at the end. Okay. Need a few more. That should do it. A few more for luck. Okay, then you pull it off your card. So I did that one a bit tight, but if you do it a bit looser, then it'll be easier. Then you need another really long bit of wool. This is the bit you're going to tie on and then thread all your beads through. So do about just over a metre, I'd say. You thread it through the top of your loop of thread, and then you tie a knot, tie another knot. Okay, then you cut through the bottom of your loop. So get your scissors, pull it as hard as you can, and then neaten it up a bit, give them a bit of a hair brush. Then you need another bit of wool. Now this bit of wool needs to be long enough to tie around and go up and down, so you don't have any short funny bits on your tassel. And then you get it a little bit quite near to the top, and you tie, and you should get like a ball. Go, tie again. Go, and that's your tassel. We just want to give it a trim, so chop the bottom off. Okay, tidy all that away. Okay, now we'll tie this bit a little bit up, so a couple of centimetres higher. Like that. Chop off excess. Now we're going to start stringing up. So on this one I had some beads lying around, so if you have any beads that you don't have to put them on, it just gives it a little bit extra extra bling. So if you have any old beads that your necklaces are broken or something, and you've got any beads, or you've got any craft beads, or even buttons, anything you like, bells, you can put on this just to give it a little bit of extra something. So I do 3 at a time, but if you're just using these, you can just keep going. In fact, let's do that. Let's just keep going with this one. And you'll see it covers the little knot that you'd done at the bottom. So try not to have the same colour next to each other. Try and mix it up a little bit. A bit of variety. If your wool gets a bit hard to go through, just give it a little lick. Or you can cut off the end with a bit of scissors, because there's going to be lots of extra wool on here. Just keep going and you'll have something really pretty to hang up in your house, to cheer you up, or to hang in your window. This one's like all rainbow colours, so it's quite nice to go as a rainbow to cheer everybody up outside, to cheer yourself up in your room. You can make them as presents for people. You can do whatever you like with these. Make necklaces, ankle bracelets, normal bracelets, anything you like. You could do a whole garland of these. We'll leave it there for that one, and we'll tie a knot. We'll try and get this knot quite, oop. Let's get some more beads on. We're not going to get any more beads on that. Let's leave it at that then. Snip the end off. You can keep tying up your knot to get it super chunky so that the bead doesn't come off. But you leave your little loop at the top because that's what you're going to hang from. And there you have it, a hanging paper bead tassel pretty thing. Right, I hope you've enjoyed that. I hope it's inspired you to make your own beads. This is actually a bowl I've made out of magazines as well, so I might show you how to do that on another tutorial, but that takes a very long time and uses up lots of magazines. So you'll probably get addicted to making these beads instead. So enjoy, have fun, like us and follow us on Facebook, Tinybeegle, Tinybeegle, or Made in Ashford on their Facebook, and like and share and show us what you've made. We'd love to see it, and keep on crafting and stay safe. Bye.